Well, Purpose Chasers, you've been asking to see my entire office for a while now, so I thought it was time to finally do a tour of my new money-making space, as you know I love to call it office. So I first have to say that I consider it a real blessing that my commute to work is just down 2 flights of stairs every morning, and I get to walk into my dream office. Years ago, I journaled about a beautiful space that would just allow me to maximize my day, and I really feel like I nailed it. So when I moved here, this was a wide open, unfinished storage area. So it really took a lot of vision to bring this all together. Very first thing is zone 1. Usually I come into my office and go right. That's where I sit at my desk. And this is the view that many of you see all the time with my bookcase behind me when I sit at my desk to do a live or to coach my clients. I sit down and I always light the candle, or I'll turn on my diffuser and add some essential oils, really to set the scent for the day. And from my desk, I can see my decorative teal accent wall, love some teal, with my tiled 12 by 12 dry erase boards that I absolutely love. Under the dry erase boards are these bookcases that I absolutely love. Now, if you don't know anything else about me, you should know that I'm a bookworm. And a lot of times I don't remember the full titles of books, even though I may really enjoy them. So color coding the books helps me find them quicker because I always remember what they looked like. And so that's why I color code. It comes out, I think, cute, but really it's for me to be able to get to the book that I want. You'll also notice over here that I have my coffee maker. Now, I use it to drink a lot of lemon ginger tea, but this was really helpful, and it beats going up and down the stairs to go to the coffee maker in the kitchen. So now let's move on to zone 2. This is the middle of the room. And sometimes when I come into the office, I actually sit at this conference table first with my journal, just so I can set my intentions for the day before I dive in. And sitting at the conference table really helps me get more intentional. I sit there when I do my homework, when team members come over, that's where we make the magic happen. It's the focal point of the room. And I love this light fixture that we put above the table. And I love putting on the TV in the morning and listening to a podcast or putting on some music to also just help set the tone for the day. You'll also notice my awards. This is some of the awards I've gotten over the years. Super proud right now of this podcasting award because, the Redefining Wealth podcast is my baby, and it was really an honor to just be acknowledged for it. And speaking of awards, I love this office space because I finally can display some of the recognitions I've gotten over the years, like a Georgia Outstanding Citizen Award or this honorary Kentucky Colonel Award. I even love that the first magazine I ever wrote for is still framed. It's been 10 years, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't look at this and just show gratitude for how far I've come. I have to be honest, I was totally scared when I said yes to the editor at Upscale Magazine. But look what that one yes has created, just a ripple effect. And I never want to forget where it all started. And here's zone 3. So this is what we call kind of the studio side of the office space. You may recognize this couch in this background because I've done satellite media tours for brands with this background, or sometimes my own YouTube videos. And you'll also notice the podcast studio. We made sure to create this booth specifically for me to do the podcast. It's not completely soundproof, but it's pretty close. It's good enough. So when I step into this booth, it's like I'm in another world. I tune everything else out and I go within and do my best to really share my heart on the Redefining Wealth podcast. And it's been such a blessing to have this dedicated space to really make the podcast a priority in our business. And that's pretty much all of the zones, all of the spaces. But before I go, you have to see what I think is the best part of my office. Before we did the drywall and sealed the walls up, my family and I came down one night and we just wrote words, scriptures, affirmations, and prayers, not just for me and my business, but also for the people that I would impact through the work done in this space. And I know all you guys see is the decor, but I always think about what's underneath the surface. It's those words and prayers that really make a difference, and I believe have really helped us create a lot of impact in the world. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of my home office. Feel free to share what parts you really liked. You can ask any questions and let me know what else you would like to see, and maybe your request will be next. Thanks for spending this time with me. Talk to you later.